new people every day. Lots of gyms, not many Brits. There's a breakfast in there. Well, they always run out of some food every day.
Well, like Barry says, this is breakfast at Anne's back. It's very continental, including the people that stay. You get like bread rolls and cereal and stuff, but you can have meat. But it's quite nice. It's okay. It keeps the budget down. It's just a shame that there's a lot of people staring at us, really. But what can you do? Stare back.
After breakfast, we caught the underground subway train into the city. This is the Berlin Philharmonic Hall, a typical product of the Expressionist movement and organic architecture. This concert hall, in which the audience is seated around the orchestra, was worked out in accordance with the laws of acoustics.
We then arrived at our intended destination, Culture Farm. Well, here we are in Gemäldegalerie Gallery, Berlin's top gallery with all the best European art there is. We've got our audio headsets, so let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Berlin Gemäldegalery's new building, which was opened in June of 1998. The gallery's collection of paintings had been split between East and West Berlin since the Second World War, but now, for the first time in nearly 60 years, it's been reunited and is on display in the new building. The Berlin collection of paintings is one of the truly great and distinguished collections of its kind. You're about to see some 1,500 major European paintings, dating from the 13th to the 18th century. After passing through the rotunda at the entrance to the Gemäldegalerie, you'll find yourself in a large lobby divided by 2 rows of columns. This is the heart of the building. Because of the unfiltered daylight entering into this lobby, no paintings can be displayed here, but there's a shallow pool with geometric sculptures by the conceptual artist Walter de Maria, and they provide a hint as to the purpose of this area. It's intended as a meditation space. Surrounding the lobby, there are 2 rows of exhibition rooms. You may want to start your tour with the Northern European schools, the 13th to 16th century Old German and Old Netherlandish paintings, followed by the Flemish and Dutch artists of the 17th century. You'll find Italian as well as Spanish and French paintings from the 13th to 18th centuries. Following the 18th century French works, you'll also find paintings by German and English artists.
There was also artists copying the paintings, as well as some who were studying them.
The exhibition was amazing. For the first time I got to see a Canaletto, Caravaggio and a Rembrandt, all under the one roof.
And that was the Culture Farm Museum.
And after walking through Tiergarten again, we came across the giant Soviet memorial.
The giant Soviet memorial near the Brandenburg Gates was officially opened on the 7th of November in 1945, the anniversary of the Russian October Revolution. It is flanked by 2 tanks, supposedly the first ones to have reached Berlin. The memorial commemorates 300,000 Red Army soldiers who died during World War II in the struggle to liberate Berlin.
The large column was constructed from marble blocks from Hitler's Reich Chancel, which had just been torn down. The column itself, designed by Nikolai Sergeyevsky, is crowned by the huge bronze statue of Lev Kerbel. Behind the memorial, 2,500 Russian soldiers are buried.
Berlin's most important point, Checkpoint Charlie. This is the point that divided West and East Germany with a wall. I know you can't see it in the background, but where these cars are passing here, this is where the actual point was, the entry and exit. It's a very important point.
During its 27-year active life, the infrastructure on the eastern side was expanded to include not only the wall, watchtower and zigzag barriers, but a multi-lane shed where cars and their occupants were checked. However, the American authorities, perhaps not wanting to concede that the division of Germany might be anything other than a temporary arbitration, never erected any permanent buildings and made do with the iconic wooden shed.
I don't know if you can see in the background, but the American flag's half-mast, and that's to commemorate Ronald Reagan, who passed away earlier on this week. Checkpoint Charlie became a symbol of the Cold War, representing the separation of East and West, and for the East Germans a gateway to freedom. It frequently featured in spy movies and books, such as those by John le Carre. Today, the museum next to the checkpoint struggles to keep alive the memory of what is now something between an embarrassment and a tourist attraction.